As you settle into this moment of prayer, close your eyes and breathe deeply, allowing your heart to become still. Picture yourself wrapped in a blanket of divine presence, knowing that the Creator of the universe is attentive to your whispers, your sighs, and your deep longing for comfort and guidance. There is a sacred promise that stretches across the pages of Scripture, one that assures us of both protection and guidance, a promise that resonates with every part of our being when we come before God in humility and faith. As the psalmist declares, "He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty," a truth that invites you to enter into an intimate closeness with God, a shelter where no fear can penetrate. Let this imagery fill your mind, the shadow of the Almighty, vast and unbroken, covering you, holding you safe. Feel it as you inhale, drawing in the presence that guards you from every unseen danger, from every anxious thought that tempts your heart to wander into worry. You are not alone in this. The one who created the heavens and the earth watches over you with tender care, the same one who commands angels to protect those who love him, who calls each star by name and holds every sparrow in his watchful eye. Imagine, for a moment, the mighty strength of God enveloping you like a fortress of light, surrounding your life with a peace that surpasses understanding. The psalm continues to reassure us, saying, "I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God. In Him I will trust." Feel the certainty of that trust as it settles into your spirit. You can release the burdens that weigh heavily on your soul, because God's hand is both strong and gentle, holding you securely in His care. As you linger in this awareness, reflect on the ways God has led you through past trials, through storms and uncertainties, and recognize that His protection is not only a promise for today, but a continuous, unbroken covenant. The imagery of God as a shepherd becomes vivid here, guiding each step, knowing each path, leading you beside still waters. It is a guidance that is tender yet firm, one that corrects without condemnation and comforts without hesitation. Feel the reassurance that comes from being led by someone who knows the terrain of your life intimately, who understands your fears and your dreams alike. Consider for a moment the psalmist's words in Psalm 23, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters." Let your imagination rest in those green pastures, the soft grass underfoot, the gentle murmur of waters nearby. This is a picture of restoration, of refreshment for your soul, a place where your spirit can breathe deeply without tension or strain. Each time you exhale, imagine stress leaving your body and heart, replaced by a deep sense of security and calm, knowing that the shepherd's rod and staff are guiding you along paths that are meant for your good, even when the way is uncertain. In these moments, allow yourself to dwell fully on the security that God provides. Visualize the protective wings mentioned in Psalm 91, stretching out over you, covering you with divine care, shielding you from every hidden snare, every subtle attack that might seek to harm your mind, body, or spirit. Feel the truth of the words as they resonate deeply. "Surely He shall deliver you from the snare of the fowler and from the perilous pestilence." Recognize that these promises are not distant or abstract. They are real living words meant for you today, meant to instill courage and confidence. The one who delivers is the same one who knows the number of hairs on your head, who knows the deepest needs of your heart, and who longs to see you flourish in the safety of His presence. As you continue to pray, let your mind wander into the quiet, intimate spaces where God's voice is most clearly heard. In these moments, surrender every worry, every fear, and every hesitation. Imagine handing each concern to Him as if placing it in a basket at His feet, trusting that he will not only guard you, but also guide you with divine wisdom. Feel the warmth of his protective embrace, the gentleness of his guidance, and the richness of his provision. The psalmist speaks of this provision as a personal, tangible reality. He shall cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you shall take refuge. His truth shall be your shield and buckler. These words create a sense of tangible security, like a mother bird sheltering her young, tender and protective, fierce against any threat, yet comforting and unwavering in her care. And so, as you continue in prayer, reflect on the harmony between protection and guidance, between being guarded and being led. God's protective power does not hinder your steps, it enhances them. The shepherd leads not only to safety but to nourishment, not only away from danger but toward places of refreshment and rest. Every step you take is accompanied by the awareness that his presence surrounds you, his spirit guides you, and his promises sustain you. There is no separation between the assurance of safety and the assurance of guidance. Both flow from the same unshakable source. Let your thoughts linger on the faithfulness of God, the one whose promises never fail, whose love never diminishes, whose presence never abandons. Feel the words as if they are breathing life into your soul. Because you have made the Lord, who is my refuge, even the Most High, your dwelling place, no evil shall befall you, nor shall anything harmful come near your dwelling. His protection is active, personal, and intimate. Let your mind rest on that truth, letting it sink into the very fibers of your being. Every fear that has gripped your heart, every anxiety that has whispered lies about your security, begins to dissolve in the light of this divine promise. You are not left to wander alone. You are not left defenseless. The Lord himself is your covering, your guardian, your safe place in the midst of life's storms. As you breathe in this assurance, consider the depth of God's care. Think of the unseen ways he orchestrates your life, guiding circumstances, opening doors, closing doors, and arranging each step with perfect wisdom. His guidance is not harsh or distant. It is tender, intimate, and deliberate. He leads you beside still waters and restores your soul, as the psalmist reminds us, bringing refreshment not only to your spirit, but also to your mind and body. These words are an invitation to trust deeply, to lay down your burdens, to allow the shepherd to tend to your every need, knowing that he is intimately acquainted with every detail of your life. Picture now the protective nature of God as a fortress around your life, an unbreachable barrier against the attacks that seek to unsettle or harm you. The psalmist continues with these words, "No evil shall befall you, nor shall any plague come near your dwelling." Pause for a moment and imagine that reality, a spiritual shield surrounding you, protecting your home, your family, your mind, and your heart. This is not a passive protection. It is active, deliberate, and powerful. You are safe under his wings, covered by his truth, guarded by his faithful promises. Let that safety fill your heart with peace so deep that anxiety has no foothold, that worry cannot linger. In the quiet of this prayerful moment, reflect on how God's guidance and protection work together. The shepherd leads not only to safety but to nourishment, to places where your soul can flourish. Even when the path seems uncertain, even when the way forward is unclear, his hand is steady. He knows the terrain, he knows the challenges, and he knows the ultimate destination he has prepared for you. Feel the reassurance in the words, "He leads me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake." The journey is not just about avoiding danger. It is about being guided toward a life of blessing, purpose, and fulfillment. As you meditate on this, let your heart rest in the simplicity of trust. Trust is not passive. It is an active engagement with God's promises. To trust is to step forward, even when you cannot see the entire path, knowing that the shepherd is beside you, guiding every step. Let the imagery of green pastures and still waters fill your mind, a safe place to lie down, to rest, to be nourished. Allow yourself to feel the peace that comes when you surrender control, when you allow the one who knows all things to take charge of your life. There is also a spiritual intimacy in this relationship with God. To dwell in the secret place of the Most High is to experience a closeness that transforms your inner world. Imagine sitting quietly in His presence, feeling the warmth of His care, sensing the gentle reassurance that all is under His control. The psalmist captures this intimacy beautifully. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. These words are alive. They promise a responsive, listening God who does not turn away from your cries. When you speak, He hears. When you reach out, His hand is there. Let your mind wander now to the images of divine protection, the shadow of the Almighty, the covering wings, the fortress that no evil can penetrate. Imagine these elements surrounding you completely, leaving no place vulnerable, no corner of your heart exposed. Feel the embrace of God's faithfulness surrounding your life, encompassing your spirit and shielding your thoughts. Every worry that creeps into your mind can be placed under His wings. Every fear can be laid at His feet. Every doubt can be held in the light of His truth. His protection is both a shield and a refuge, combining strength with tenderness, power with love. Now, as you continue to pray, think about the ways God leads you beyond mere safety into fullness of life. He provides nourishment, rest, and renewal for your soul. He does not merely protect from harm, He restores, rejuvenates, and strengthens. The green pastures are not just symbols of rest. They are a representation of His provision, His care, His desire for you to thrive. As you reflect on this, breathe deeply and receive the peace that accompanies knowing that the Shepherd is with you, guiding each step, providing for every need, and watching over your life with unwavering love. Let this reflection deepen further into your awareness of God's faithfulness. His promises are not conditional on our perfection. They are grounded in His unchanging nature. Even when circumstances seem overwhelming, even when life presents challenges beyond your control, His protective and guiding hand remains steadfast. Consider the reassurance of these words. Because He has set His love upon me, therefore I will deliver him. I will set him on high, because he has known my name. Feel the certainty in this statement, the security of being known, loved, and protected by the Creator of all things. This knowledge can transform your approach to daily life, infusing confidence, courage, and peace into every decision, every interaction, every moment. As you continue in this prayer, let your heart rest fully in the harmony of protection and guidance. God's care is comprehensive. It shields you from danger while leading you to nourishment, restores your soul while providing strength, comforts your spirit while equipping you for life. Take a moment to visualize walking with the Shepherd through each day, each step taken under His watchful eye, each path illuminated by His wisdom, each moment held securely in His loving hands. The Psalms are not only poetic expressions, they are living promises meant to engage your heart, to invite your trust, to reassure your soul. Feel the deep, abiding peace that comes from this awareness. Let your spirit absorb the knowledge that God is not distant, not indifferent, not unaware. He is active, present, and intimately involved in your life. His protection surrounds you, His guidance leads you, His love sustains you. Rest in that truth. Let it wash over every anxious thought, every fear, every uncertainty. Let it become the foundation upon which your faith and hope are built, unshakable and enduring. And now, as your heart continues to dwell in this truth, feel the connection between the shelter of the Almighty and the guidance of the Shepherd. Protection and direction are intertwined, each enhancing the other, each offering a tangible experience of God's faithfulness. As the psalmist reminds us, "Surely he shall deliver you from the snare of the fowler and from the perilous pestilence." Let these words resonate in your mind and heart, affirming that no harm can overtake you while under his care. No plan of the enemy can succeed while you dwell in his presence, and no circumstance can shake the peace he provides. The Lord is your refuge, your fortress, your guide, your shepherd. His promises are sure, his protection complete, his guidance perfect. Take a deep breath and rest in this reality, letting your heart and mind soak in the unshakable security and tender guidance of God. Every worry can be surrendered, every fear can be released, every step can be taken confidently, knowing that the shepherd goes before you, walks beside you, and guards you at every turn. As you linger in this awareness of God's protection and guidance, allow your heart to dwell on the profound intimacy of being known completely by the Creator. You are not a distant observer in the universe. You are the object of divine attention, carefully watched over, tenderly guided, and deeply loved. Each breath you take, each thought that crosses your mind, each step along your journey is under his watchful eye. There is a sacred reassurance in the psalmist's words. "Because he loves me," says the Lord, "I will rescue him, I will protect him, for he acknowledges my name." Feel the depth of that love as it envelopes you. A love that neither falters nor diminishes. A love that shields you while also guiding you toward life, peace, and joy. Picture yourself walking along a path surrounded by the beauty of creation, with the shepherd beside you. The road may wind through valleys, sometimes shadowed, sometimes sunlit, but his presence never wavers. His rod and staff comfort you. His guidance illuminates each step. Even when dangers lurk unseen, even when uncertainty presses upon your mind, he is there, providing clarity, protection, and assurance. Let your imagination expand to feel the security of this companionship, a God who walks with you, not from a distance, but intimately, personally, lovingly. Take a moment to reflect on the dual nature of his care, protection and provision. Psalm 91 describes a shelter from harm, a refuge from every peril. He shall cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you shall find refuge. His faithfulness will be your shield and rampart. Let your heart visualize these feathers, soft yet strong, surrounding every part of your life. They cover your fears, your doubts, your anxieties, and your insecurities. The security is not just for your physical life, but for your spiritual and emotional well-being as well. Every hidden worry, every unspoken concern is tenderly enveloped and protected. Simultaneously, the guidance of the shepherd ensures that your life is not merely about safety, but about abundance, restoration, and joy. You are led beside still waters, where your soul finds refreshment and peace. You are guided into green pastures, where your spirit is restored and nurtured. The psalmist reminds us that this guidance is intentional and purposeful. He leads me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. The paths he chooses are not arbitrary. They are meant to cultivate your growth, to align your life with his perfect will, and to bring glory to his name. Your journey is never aimless when led by the shepherd. As you sit in prayer, imagine the harmony of his protection and guidance flowing through every aspect of your life. Danger may exist around you, but it cannot touch you. Confusion may arise, but his wisdom illuminates the way. In every trial, every challenge, every unknown turn, his presence surrounds you like an impenetrable shield, while his guidance leads you to nourishment and rest. This is the divine balance, safe from harm, yet continually moving toward the purpose he has designed for you. Reflect now on the personal nature of this care. God does not offer protection in a generic or distant way. His attention is precise, focused, and intimately tuned to your life. No circumstance escapes his notice. No detail is too small for his care. The psalmist assures us of this closeness. Because he has set his love upon me, I will deliver him. I will set him on high, because he has known my name. Let these words resonate deeply within you, affirming that you are seen, known, and cherished. Every prayer you utter is heard. Every longing in your heart is acknowledged. Every step you take is watched with love and wisdom. Feel the weight of that security and peace settle into your soul. Allow yourself to be still, imagining a fortress built around your heart and mind by God Himself, impenetrable to fear, doubt, and harm. Let the imagery of His wings enveloping you provide a tangible sense of comfort. In His presence, no evil can overcome you. No darkness can overshadow the light He provides. Each breath you take becomes a reminder of His faithfulness, each heartbeat a testament to His sustaining power. As your spirit rests in this divine care, allow your mind to move into the hope and confidence that comes from being led by the shepherd. Life's trials may arise, yet the shepherd guides you through valleys, across uncertain terrain, and into spaces of renewal. You are never abandoned. Your journey is never aimless. The psalmist's words echo through time. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. Picture the shadows around you, yet feel the presence of the shepherd beside you, a source of unwavering comfort and courage. In this meditation, recognize the fullness of God's promises. Protection is not passive, it is active. Guidance is not abstract, it is precise and intentional. The Lord shields you from harm, delivers you from hidden snares, and preserves your life. Simultaneously, He restores your soul, leads you into righteousness, and nourishes your spirit. Every psalm that speaks of His care invites you into an experiential relationship, a living awareness of His presence that transforms fear into peace, uncertainty into trust, and worry into rest. Now, let your prayer become a conversation with the shepherd, acknowledging both His protection and guidance. Speak to Him about the areas of your life where you need safety, the situations that cause anxiety, and the unknown paths that lie ahead. At the same time, invite His guidance, asking for discernment, clarity, and the courage to follow where He leads. Trust that as you pray, His faithfulness surrounds you, His wisdom directs you, and His love sustains you. Pause and reflect on the completeness of this divine care. No part of your life is beyond His attention. He shields, He delivers, He guides, He restores. The psalmist paints a picture of intimacy and security, a God who covers you, a God who leads you, a God who is wholly invested in your well-being. Let your spirit drink deeply from this truth, allowing it to fill every corner of your being. As you end this moment of prayer, rest in the confidence that God is not only your protector but your shepherd, your guide, and your source of nourishment. His presence surrounds you, His promises uphold you, and His care never falters. You are safe, you are led, you are loved, and you are restored. In this awareness, take a deep breath and feel the fullness of His divine provision, protection, and guidance, knowing that every day, every step, and every challenge is held in His faithful hands. As your heart lingers in the awareness of God's protection and guidance, take a moment to sense the profound intimacy of His care. Each step you take is not solitary. Each challenge you face is met with His presence beside you. You are enveloped in a love that is steadfast, a protection that is unwavering, and a guidance that is unerring. Consider again the words of Psalm 91. Because you have made the Lord your dwelling place, the Most High, who is my refuge, no harm will overtake you, no disaster will come near your tent. Let this truth permeate your mind and spirit. The very act of dwelling in His presence establishes a refuge so secure that no external force can breach it. Imagine yourself surrounded by a fortress of light, invisible yet impenetrable, constructed by the hand of God Himself. Breathe deeply and feel the reassurance of these words, as if each inhale draws in His strength and each exhale releases your anxieties into His care. Your soul, often restless and weary from the trials of life, begins to find stillness in the shadow of the Almighty. The Lord's covering is not distant. It is close, tangible, and all-encompassing. Picture the wings mentioned in the psalm, stretched protectively over you, shielding every part of your life from harm and enveloping you in the warmth of His love. Under these wings you are safe, you are cherished, and you are fully known. Simultaneously, reflect on God's guidance as the shepherd who knows the terrain of your life intimately. The paths before you, sometimes unclear, sometimes shadowed, are illuminated by His wisdom. He does not merely direct you to avoid danger, He leads you to restoration, nourishment, and peace. The psalmist reminds us, He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He restores my soul. Allow these images to settle in your mind, the soft green grass beneath your feet, the gentle murmur of still waters, the restorative peace flowing into every corner of your being. In these green pastures, you are safe, refreshed, and guided toward fullness of life. Take a moment to dwell on the duality of His care, protection from danger and provision for growth. God's sheltering presence allows you to face life without fear, yet His guidance draws you forward, nurturing your spirit, cultivating your character, and shaping you into the person He created you to be. You are not only shielded from the snares of the enemy, but also led along paths that bring honor to His name, purpose to your life, and peace to your soul. Each step, each breath, each moment of trust is an opportunity to experience the fullness of His divine care. As you sit in this quiet meditation, visualize God's protective power extending to every area of your life. From the moments that feel overwhelming to the decisions that weigh heavily on your heart, His covering is complete. He will command His angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. The psalmist declares, "Let this promise echo within you, a reminder that unseen forces of divine protection surround you constantly. You are not alone. You are watched over with vigilance, love, and intentionality." Simultaneously, feel the shepherd's guidance leading you into deeper trust. Life may present valleys, shadows, and trials, yet His rod and staff comfort you. His wisdom illuminates the path, and His presence reassures your heart. Imagine walking through these valleys with unwavering faith, knowing that every shadow is penetrated by the light of His presence. Fear no evil, for He is with you. Trust His guidance, for He leads you toward restoration, peace, and divine provision. The psalmist's words echo timelessly. "Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me." Let these words sink deeply into your heart. Visualize the dark valleys of life, not as places of despair, but as spaces where the shepherd's presence is most tangible, where His comfort surrounds you, and where His guidance becomes even clearer. Every challenge, every trial, every moment of uncertainty is met with His steadfast care, and His rod and staff provide both protection and direction. Feel the weight of that comfort settling into your soul, calming fears, quieting doubts, and renewing your strength from within. As you rest in this awareness, reflect on the fullness of God's promises. Psalm 91 reminds us that His protection is both immediate and ongoing. No harm will overtake you. No disaster will come near your tent. Imagine these words enveloping your life like a protective mantle. The dangers of the world, seen or unseen, known or unexpected, cannot penetrate this divine covering. Your home, your mind, your relationships, and your spirit are all encompassed by His safeguarding presence. Allow yourself to breathe freely into this sense of security, feeling it reach the deepest corners of your heart and mind. But God's care does not end with protection. He actively leads you as the Good Shepherd who knows your path intimately. He restores your soul and provides rest for your spirit. Think of green pastures, soft and abundant, stretching out before you, where your heart can lie down in peace. Picture still waters flowing gently beside you, reflecting light and tranquility, inviting your spirit to drink deeply from His provision. Every step along this path is intentional, every turn purposeful. You are not wandering aimlessly. You are being guided by a loving, all-wise shepherd who desires your well-being. Consider the harmony between protection and guidance in your life. Safety without direction can leave us stagnant, while guidance without protection can leave us vulnerable. God offers both simultaneously. He shields you from harm while leading you into spaces of restoration and growth. He defends you from the snares of life while showing you the path of righteousness. The psalmist captures this beautifully. He will deliver you in times of trouble and honor you with long life. Let this promise resonate within your spirit, affirming that God's care is not only for the present moment but extends to your entire journey, shaping your life with wisdom, love, and divine intention. Now, take a moment to dwell on God's intimate involvement in your life. He knows you by name, understands the desires and burdens of your heart, and watches over your every move. No thought escapes His attention. No prayer goes unheard. No moment of need goes unnoticed. The psalmist expresses this personal care. Because he calls on me, I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. Feel the reassurance that comes from knowing your prayers are received, your life is observed, and your spirit is guarded by a God who is both powerful and tender. As you continue in prayer, picture God's protection and guidance working together seamlessly. His wings cover you, creating a safe space for your mind, body, and soul, while His staff leads you forward into renewal, peace, and righteousness. You are both shielded and nourished. You are both defended and directed. This duality of care reflects the depth of God's love, protecting you from harm while leading you toward life in abundance. Every trial becomes an opportunity to experience His presence more fully. Every moment of uncertainty a chance to trust His guidance more deeply. Every season of life a chance to rest in His faithfulness. Take a deep breath and feel the fullness of this divine care. Imagine the shadow of the Almighty surrounding you, impenetrable and steady. Visualize the green pastures and still waters into which He leads you, bringing refreshment and restoration. Allow your spirit to absorb the truth that no harm can overtake you, that no trial can defeat you, and that every step you take is guided by a loving, wise, and faithful shepherd. In this awareness, surrender every fear, every burden, and every hesitation. Place them gently under His wings, knowing that they are safe. Ask for guidance in the areas where you feel uncertain or weak. Invite His direction into decisions, relationships, and paths that seem unclear. Trust that His protection will never fail, and His guidance will never lead you astray. The psalmist's words continue to speak life into your heart. He will call on me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. This is not a distant promise. It is a living, breathing reality meant for you in this very moment. Now, let your spirit rest fully in the knowledge that God is both your refuge and your shepherd, your protector and your guide. Every day, every circumstance, every challenge is held in His capable hands. You are safe under His wings, led beside still waters, restored in green pastures, and strengthened for every step along the way. Let the peace of this truth fill your heart completely, grounding you in faith, hope, and unwavering trust. As your spirit continues to dwell in the shelter of God's presence, feel the profound security and intimacy of His care. Imagine the shadow of the Almighty extending over every aspect of your life, covering not only your body but also your thoughts, emotions, and spirit. Every fear, every doubt, every whisper of anxiety is absorbed into His protective embrace. Psalm 91 reminds us, "He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty." Let the meaning of these words settle deep into your heart. To dwell in God's presence is to live in a space of unshakable safety, a sanctuary where no harm can penetrate and no evil can prevail. Take a deep breath and sense the fullness of that protection surrounding you. Visualize it as a shield of divine light, impervious to the assaults of worry, temptation, and uncertainty. Feel it pressing gently against your heart and mind, reminding you that your life is guarded, your spirit is safe, and your journey is under the care of one who is all-knowing and all-powerful. You do not walk alone, you are accompanied, guided, and defended every step of the way. This is not abstract, it is tangible, living and present in this very moment. As you rest in this awareness, reflect on God's guidance alongside His protection. He is the Good Shepherd, tenderly leading you to places of nourishment, renewal, and peace. Psalm 23 declares, "He restores my soul. He leads me in paths of righteousness for His name's sake." Let the imagery of restoration fill your mind. The gentle, life-giving flow of God's presence rejuvenating your spirit, replenishing your energy, and aligning your heart with His purpose. Every step you take is purposeful, every path intentional, every moment guided by His wisdom. There is no need to rush, there is no need to force direction. Simply follow, trust, and rest in the assurance of His loving leadership. Imagine walking through life with this shepherd beside you. Even in the shadowed valleys, where uncertainty or fear may loom, His rod and staff comfort you. His presence dispels the shadows, His guidance illuminates the next step, and His protection ensures that no harm can overtake you. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me, your rod and your staff. They comfort me. Allow these words to resonate in your soul. See the valley not as a place of danger, but as a place where His comforting presence is most palpable, where His protection is most tangible, and where your trust can grow deeper and stronger. As you meditate, consider the completeness of God's care. He shields you, He delivers you, He guides you, He restores you. There is a balance in His love. Protection does not restrain, and guidance does not pressure. Rather, both work together to cultivate peace, security, and growth in your life. Visualize the harmony of His care surrounding you, His wings shielding you, His rod guiding you, His still waters refreshing you, and His green pastures restoring you. Every part of your being is encompassed by His faithfulness. Now, let your heart reflect on the personal intimacy of this relationship. God knows your deepest fears, your hidden desires, your unspoken prayers, and your longing for rest. He is not a distant observer, but an active participant in your life, tenderly involved in every circumstance. The psalmist assures us, "Because he calls on me, I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him." Feel the reality of this promise in your life. Your prayers are heard, your needs are seen, and your journey is guided by a loving and wise shepherd who desires your good. Allow yourself to dwell fully in this moment. Place all your worries, doubts, and concerns under His wings. Imagine each one being absorbed into His protective embrace, removed from your heart and mind, and replaced with peace, assurance, and clarity. Every fear dissipates in the presence of His faithfulness. Every uncertainty is met with His guidance. Every burden is lightened by His care, As your prayer continues, let the imagery of green pastures and still waters deepen your sense of rest and restoration. God's guidance is not only for safety but for renewal. The paths He leads you along bring life, nourishment, and joy to your spirit. He restores your soul, replenishes your strength, and provides peace that surpasses understanding. Each moment spent in His presence is an opportunity to receive His provision, His comfort, and His direction. Reflect now on the enduring nature of His promises. God's protection does not waver with circumstances. His guidance does not fail in confusion. Psalm 91 affirms, "No harm will overtake you, no disaster will come near your tent." These words are a shield around your life, a divine guarantee of safety and security. In every season, whether calm or turbulent, His protective hand remains, His loving guidance remains, and His faithful presence remains. You are never abandoned, never alone, and never outside the scope of His care. Finally, as you rest in the dual assurance of protection and guidance, allow your spirit to embrace the peace that comes from complete trust in God. You are shielded, you are led, you are restored, and you are loved. Each day, each decision, each challenge is held in His hands. Place your life fully in His care, letting your soul absorb the fullness of His faithfulness. Take a deep breath and feel the comfort, security, and guidance of your shepherd and protector surrounding you completely, now and forever. As your heart continues to rest in God's presence, let your spirit dwell on the completeness of His care. You are both shielded and guided, protected and nourished, defended and restored. Psalm 23 reminds us, "Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever." Feel the depth of that promise as it settles into your soul. Goodness and mercy are not abstract ideas. They are living realities, pursuing you, surrounding you, and accompanying every step you take. Imagine them like a gentle river flowing behind you, filling the spaces where fear or uncertainty might otherwise linger, ensuring that no part of your life is left untouched by divine love and faithfulness. Breathe in this assurance and let it permeate your entire being. Imagine the protective shadow of the Almighty stretching over every circumstance, over every relationship, over every moment of your day. Nothing is outside of His watchful care. Psalm 91 tells us, "Surely He shall deliver you from the snare of the fowler and from the deadly pestilence." Visualize these words as a shield surrounding you, forming an invisible barrier against all forms of danger, both seen and unseen. Feel your spirit relax under this shelter, knowing that no harm can penetrate what God has declared secure. At the same time, consider the guidance of the shepherd in your life. He leads you not just for safety, but for growth, restoration, and alignment with His will. Picture yourself walking along paths of righteousness, where each step is illuminated by His wisdom. Let your mind dwell on the still waters beside you, reflecting His peace back into your soul, refreshing your spirit, and restoring strength that may have been worn thin by life's challenges. This guidance is gentle yet intentional, tender yet firm, always leading you toward life and blessing. Reflect on the harmony between God's protection and His guidance. Protection without guidance can leave us static, while guidance without protection can leave us vulnerable. God's care is complete because it encompasses both. He shields you from harm while leading you toward nourishment. He defends you from hidden snares while restoring your soul. He comforts you in darkness while illuminating the next step. Every promise, every word, every psalm that speaks of His care invites you to trust, to rest, and to follow confidently in His presence. Consider the personal nature of this care. God knows you intimately, your fears, your hopes, your longings, and even the unspoken prayers of your heart. Psalm 91 reminds us, "Because He loves me, I will rescue Him. I will protect Him, for he acknowledges my name. Feel the reality of being known and loved so completely. Your prayers are heard, your needs are met, and your journey is guided with infinite wisdom and tender attention. No detail is too small, no moment too trivial for his care. Everything about you matters to the shepherd, and every step you take is both watched over and directed by him. As you dwell in this awareness, let your heart release every burden, every fear, and every anxiety. Place them fully under his wings, knowing they are safe. Imagine the feathers of the Almighty covering every area of your life, your mind, your heart, your body, your relationships, and feel the weight of worry lifting as his protection takes their place. At the same time, open yourself to his guidance, allowing the shepherd to direct your steps, illuminate your path, and lead you to spaces of rest and abundance. Meditate on the promise of restoration that flows from his guidance. Psalm 23 declares, "He restores my soul. He leads me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake." Let these words sink deep into your spirit. Restoration is more than rest. It is renewal, rejuvenation, and revival. It is the gentle healing of every part of your being that has been worn down, the replenishment of strength that has been depleted, and the filling of your heart with the peace that only God can provide. Each path he leads you along is designed to restore, to refresh, and to realign your life with his divine purpose. As your prayer continues, picture God's protective and guiding presence in every moment of your life. Even when difficulties arise, when uncertainty presses in, or when fear threatens to take hold, he remains beside you. You are not alone. The psalmist captures this beautifully. "Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me, your rod and your staff, they comfort me." Let this reality fill your heart with courage and peace. Every shadow is illuminated by his presence. Every fear is calmed by his guidance, and every trial is met with his protection. Now take a deep breath and rest fully in this dual assurance of protection and guidance. You are surrounded by God's faithfulness. His wings cover you, his rod leads you, his still waters refresh you, and his green pastures restore you. Every aspect of your life is encompassed by his care. Let your heart dwell in this peace, absorbing the truth that you are safe, you are loved, you are guided, and you are restored. As you continue to pray, allow your spirit to linger in the fullness of God's presence. Release every worry, surrender every doubt, and trust his guidance completely. Place your life in his hands, confident that every step, every decision, and every challenge is held by a faithful and loving shepherd. Feel the depth of his protection, the gentleness of his guidance, and the restorative power of his presence filling your heart, soul, and mind completely. As you rest in the shelter of God's presence, allow your heart and mind to fully embrace the peace and security that come from dwelling in him. Picture yourself in the shadow of the Almighty, completely covered and protected from the storms of life. Psalm 91 reminds us, "He will cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness will be your shield and rampart." Visualize those feathers stretching over your entire life, over your thoughts, your emotions, your relationships, and your future. Every fear, every anxiety, and every uncertainty is safely contained beneath his wings, held by the steadfast faithfulness of God himself. Take a deep, steady breath, and let the sense of divine protection settle into your spirit. Feel the power and tenderness of the Almighty surrounding you. There is a sacred assurance in knowing that no harm can touch you, no disaster can come near your dwelling, and no hidden trap can ensnare your soul while you abide in him. As you breathe, let the tension in your mind, body, and spirit release, replaced by a profound sense of peace and trust. The Creator of the universe is not distant. He is intimately near, guarding and guiding every moment of your life. At the same time, reflect on the Shepherd's guidance in your life. Psalm 23 declares, "He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. He guides me in paths of righteousness for His name's sake." Imagine walking through lush, green pastures with gentle streams flowing beside you, where your spirit is nourished and restored. Feel the tranquility and abundance of these moments as if you are lying down in soft grass, completely safe and deeply at peace. His guidance is precise, loving, and intentional, always directing you toward what is best for your life, your heart, and your soul. Think about the harmony between God's protection and His guidance. Protection alone would shield you but not move you forward. Guidance alone could direct you but leave you vulnerable. God's care combines both, enveloping you in safety while leading you into life, peace, and restoration. He delivers you from hidden snares while leading you to abundance, shields you from harm while guiding you through challenges, and comforts you in darkness while illuminating the way forward. Every step you take under His watchful eye is both secure and purposeful, and every path you follow is designed to draw you closer to Him and to the fullness of life He intends for you. Consider the personal intimacy of God's care. He knows you completely, from the deepest thoughts to the most hidden desires of your heart. Psalm 91 affirms, "Because He calls on me, I will answer Him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him." Let these words resonate in your soul. Every prayer you utter, every longing you hold silently, every cry of your heart is heard and attended to by a loving and faithful God. Nothing is too small for His attention, nothing too complex for His wisdom, nothing too overwhelming for His power. You are fully known, fully loved, and fully protected. As you continue in this prayerful meditation, imagine placing all your worries, doubts, and fears under His wings. Picture each one being absorbed into His sheltering presence, replaced by peace, clarity, and assurance. Simultaneously, open your heart to His guidance, letting Him lead you beside still waters, into green pastures, and along paths of righteousness. Feel His rod and staff comforting you, gently directing your steps, providing both support and direction. Trust in His timing, His wisdom, and His faithful provision. Reflect on the completeness of God's promises. Psalm 23 offers the beautiful assurance, "Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever." Let these words fill your heart with hope and gratitude. Goodness and mercy are not fleeting. They pursue you continually, surrounding you with love, favor, and care. You are never alone, never abandoned, and never outside the reach of His protection and guidance. Every day, every step, every challenge is enveloped by His faithfulness. Take another deep breath and allow the peace of these truths to anchor your soul. You are safe under His wings, led beside still waters, restored in green pastures, and guided along paths of righteousness. Every part of your life, your mind, heart, spirit, and body, is held in His loving hands. Let your spirit soak in this divine assurance, resting fully in the knowledge that God's protection and guidance are unshakable and ever-present. As your prayer continues, surrender completely to the dual embrace of protection and guidance. Place your life in the hands of the Shepherd, trusting that every step, every decision, and every moment is covered by His care. Let His presence fill you with courage, His guidance fill you with clarity, and His protection fill you with peace. Feel the fullness of His love and faithfulness flowing into your life, bringing security, restoration, and hope. As you continue to dwell in God's presence, take a moment to truly feel the depth of his care. Imagine his protection surrounding every area of your life like an unbreakable shield. Every fear, every anxiety, every uncertainty is safely held beneath his wings. Psalm 91 assures us, "He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty." Let these words wash over you, allowing your heart to relax and your spirit to find refuge. The shadow of the Almighty is not a place of darkness, but a space of safety, peace, and comfort. A sanctuary where no harm can touch you, no threat can reach you, and no fear can prevail. Breathe deeply, feeling the calm assurance of God's protective presence surrounding you. Visualize this divine covering extending to every part of your life, your thoughts, your relationships, your work, your health, your plans, and your future. Nothing escapes his notice, and nothing is outside his care. The psalmist continues, "Surely he will save you from the fowler's snare and from the deadly pestilence." Let these words resonate in your soul, filling you with confidence that every hidden danger, every subtle threat, and every unseen challenge is already under his control. At the same time, reflect on the shepherd's guidance in your life. Psalm 23 speaks to the tenderness of his leadership. "He restores my soul. He leads me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake." Picture yourself walking beside him through peaceful pastures, the soft grass cushioning your steps, still waters reflecting light and tranquility, your soul renewed at every turn. Each path you follow is intentional, carefully chosen by the shepherd to bring restoration, direction, and alignment with his perfect plan. His guidance is not rushed or forceful. It is gentle, deliberate, and wise, leading you toward a life of fullness and peace. Consider the balance of God's protection and guidance. Protection without guidance could leave you safe but stagnant, while guidance without protection could leave you vulnerable. God's care combines both, enveloping you in safety while leading you forward. He shields you from harm while directing your steps toward restoration and abundance. He defends you from hidden snares while guiding you along paths that cultivate your character and align you with his purpose. Every moment of your life is covered, every decision illuminated, and every trial met with his faithful presence. Reflect on the personal intimacy of God's care. He knows your heart completely, your fears, your longings, your unspoken prayers, and your hidden desires. Psalm 91 reminds us, "Because he loves me, I will rescue him. I will protect him, for he acknowledges my name." Allow these words to sink deeply into your spirit. You are fully known, fully loved, and fully protected. Nothing about you is too small for his attention, and nothing about your life is beyond his care. Every prayer you speak, every whisper of your heart, is heard and tenderly received by a God who delights in you and watches over you with steadfast love. As you meditate, imagine placing all your burdens, worries, and fears under his wings. See each one being absorbed into his protective embrace, replaced by peace, clarity, and assurance simultaneously. Open your heart to his guidance, allowing the shepherd to lead you beside still waters, into green pastures, and along paths of righteousness. Feel his rod and staff comforting you, gently directing your steps, and strengthening your spirit for every challenge ahead. Trust in his timing, his wisdom, and his faithful provision. Think about the fullness of God's promises. Psalm 23 provides a beautiful assurance of hope and divine care. "Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever." Let these words resonate in your soul. Goodness and mercy are not temporary. They pursue you, accompany you, and envelop every aspect of your life. You are never abandoned, never alone, and never beyond the reach of God's protection and guidance. Every step, every day, and every moment is held within his loving hands. Take another deep breath, letting the peace of this truth settle deep into your spirit. You, are safe under his wings, led beside still waters, restored in green pastures, and guided along paths of righteousness. Every area of your life, your mind, your heart, your spirit, and your body, is encompassed by his care. Let this awareness fill you completely, grounding your soul in faith, hope, and unshakable trust. Finally, surrender fully to the embrace of God's protection and guidance. Place your life completely in the hands of the Shepherd. Trust him to guard, direct, and restore you at every turn. Let your spirit absorb the fullness of his love, his faithfulness, and his provision. Feel the depth of his protection, the tenderness of his guidance, and the restorative power of his presence filling your heart, mind, and soul completely. Every fear, every worry, every uncertainty is held securely beneath his wings. Every step you take is guided with perfect wisdom and care. You are safe, you are loved, you are led, and you are restored. As you remain in the shelter of God's presence, allow your heart to fully rest in the assurance of his protection and guidance. Imagine his shadow covering every part of your life, stretching over your mind, your heart, your spirit, and your body. Psalm 91 reminds us, "He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty." Let these words wash over you like a gentle, soothing river, allowing your spirit to relax, your soul to be still, and your heart to embrace the reality of his sheltering presence. There is no threat too great, no fear too deep, no darkness too overwhelming that can reach you while you abide in him. Breathe deeply and feel the fullness of his protection surrounding you. Picture it as a fortress of light that cannot be breached, a covering that shields every aspect of your life from harm. Psalm 91 continues, "Surely he shall deliver you from the snare of the fowler and from the deadly pestilence." Let these words become tangible in your imagination, forming a barrier of divine power around you. Every hidden danger, every subtle attack, every unknown challenge is already under his control. Your life is held securely, your soul is guarded, and your spirit is safe in his hands. At the same time, reflect on the guidance of the shepherd in your life. Psalm 23 says, "He restores my soul. He leads me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake." Visualize yourself walking beside him through peaceful green pastures, beside still waters where your spirit finds refreshment and your heart finds rest. Each step you take is intentional, carefully led by the shepherd's wisdom, designed to bring restoration, clarity, and alignment with his perfect plan. His guidance is gentle yet purposeful, tender yet firm, leading you to life, peace, and joy. Consider how God's protection and guidance work together harmoniously. Protection without guidance could leave you safe but stagnant, while guidance without protection could leave you exposed. God provides both, surrounding you with safety while directing you along paths of righteousness. He shields you from harm while leading you to restoration, defends you from hidden snares while guiding you toward abundance, comforts you in darkness while illuminating your path. Every moment of your life is held in his care, every step guided by his wisdom, and every challenge met with his faithful presence. Reflect on the personal intimacy of God's care. He knows you completely, your thoughts, your desires, your fears, your unspoken prayers. Psalm 91 reassures us, "Because he calls on me, I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him." Feel the reality of these words deep in your heart. You are fully known, fully loved, and fully protected. Nothing escapes his attention. Nothing is too small for his care. Every cry of your heart, every longing of your spirit, every whispered prayer is heard and received by a God whose love for you is steadfast and unchanging. As you meditate, picture placing all your burdens, worries, and fears under his wings. Imagine each one being absorbed into his sheltering embrace and replaced by peace, clarity, and assurance. At the same time, open your heart to his guidance, letting him lead you beside still waters, into green pastures, and along paths of righteousness. Feel his rod and staff comforting you, gently directing your steps, strengthening your spirit, and restoring your soul. Trust completely in his timing, his wisdom, and his faithful provision. Consider the fullness of his promises. Psalm 23 reminds us, "Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever." Let these words fill your heart with hope and gratitude. Goodness and mercy are not fleeting. They pursue you continually, accompany you, and envelop every part of your life. You are never abandoned, never alone, and never outside the reach of God's protection and guidance. Every day, every step, every moment is held in his loving hands. Take a deep breath, allowing the peace of these truths to anchor your soul. You are safe under his wings, led beside still waters, restored in green pastures, and guided along paths of righteousness. Every part of your life, mind, heart, spirit, and body, is encompassed by his care. Let this awareness fill you completely, grounding your soul in faith, hope, and unshakable trust. Finally, surrender fully to God's embrace. Place your life completely in the hands of the shepherd. Trust him to guard, direct, and restore you at every turn. Let his presence fill you with courage, his guidance fill you with clarity, and his protection fill you with peace. Feel the fullness of his love and faithfulness flowing into your life, bringing security, restoration, and hope. Every fear, every worry, every uncertainty is held securely beneath his wings. Every step you take is guided with perfect wisdom and care. You are safe, you are loved, you are led, and you are restored. As you remain in the presence of God, let your spirit dwell on the endless depth of his care. Imagine his protection surrounding every thought, every feeling, every moment of your day. Psalm 91 continues to speak of his steadfast vigilance, promising that his angels are commanded to guard you in all your ways. Picture these angels as gentle, radiant beings, moving silently yet powerfully around you, ensuring that no harm comes near, that no danger reaches your mind, heart, or body. Feel their presence as a tangible manifestation of God's love, his faithfulness, and his active protection. At the same time, let your heart reflect on the guidance the shepherd provides. He leads you through life's intricate pathways with infinite wisdom. Psalm 23 reminds us that even in the valleys, his rod and staff bring comfort. Visualize the rod not as a symbol of force, but of tender correction and guidance, shaping your steps along paths that cultivate growth, righteousness, and peace. Each correction, each gentle nudge is an expression of love, steering you toward life, hope, and the purpose he has designed uniquely for you. Consider now the ways God's care combines both protection and provision. In life, dangers may arise, some visible, others hidden, but his sheltering presence is unshakable. At the same time, he calls you to rest beside still waters, to lie down in green pastures, to be restored and renewed. Let your imagination linger in these spaces, where every worry can dissolve, every tension can release, and every burden can be set down. His protection allows you to rest safely. His guidance leads you into restoration. Every part of your being is encompassed in this balance of sheltering love and tender leadership. Reflect on the personal nature of his care. He knows the secrets of your heart, the silent cries of your spirit, and the desires you may not even voice aloud. Psalm 91 promises that when you call upon him, he will answer you, and he will be with you in trouble. Imagine this presence as a warm, unwavering light that penetrates every dark corner of your life, reaching even the spaces you may have felt were too small or too hidden to be noticed. Nothing escapes his attention, and nothing is beyond the reach of his loving hands. As you continue in this meditative prayer, picture placing everything, every fear, every hope, every uncertainty, beneath his wings. Feel the feathers of protection enfolding your life, absorbing your worries and replacing them with peace, confidence, and clarity. Simultaneously, open your heart to his guidance, following the gentle flow of his spirit beside still waters and into pastures of renewal. Let each breath you take deepen your trust. Each heartbeat affirm the constancy of his care, and each moment fill your spirit with the awareness of his presence. Psalm 23 calls you to see beyond mere safety, to recognize the abundance and restoration God brings. He not only guards your life, but restores your soul, strengthens your inner being, and leads you along paths that bring honor to his name. Allow your mind to wander in this vision, imagining the fullness of his provision, restoring, nurturing, and guiding you through every season of life. Even as challenges arise, even as the world shifts around you, his care remains steadfast, unchanging, and faithful. Now, as you reflect on both the shelter and the guidance of God, let your spirit rest in the confidence that he is actively involved in your life. His protection surrounds you, his guidance leads you, and his faithfulness upholds you in every circumstance. Every shadow you walk through is softened by his presence, every fear is calmed by his spirit, and every step you take is directed with perfect love and wisdom. You are safe, you are led, and you are continuously restored. As you remain enveloped in God's presence, allow your mind to rest on the beauty and certainty of his protection. Picture his shadow stretching over your life, covering every thought, every concern, and every moment. Psalm 91 reminds us that his faithfulness is your shield and your rampart, surrounding you with a barrier that cannot be breached. Imagine this divine protection as a light that repels every form of darkness, every fear, every uncertainty, keeping your spirit calm, your heart secure, and your soul at peace. Feel it extend over your relationships, your home, your work, and every plan and hope you carry. Nothing is too small or too hidden to escape his care. At the same time, let your heart dwell on the tender guidance of the shepherd. Psalm 23 assures us, "He leads me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake." Imagine walking along these paths, gentle and clear, each step illuminated by his wisdom. Even when the terrain seems uncertain or the path feels shadowed, his presence assures you that you will not stumble. Each direction he provides is full of love, patience, and purpose, drawing you toward restoration, renewal, and the life he has prepared for you. There is no rush, no force, only a gentle, deliberate leading that invites you to trust fully and follow faithfully. Consider the balance between protection and guidance. God does not simply guard you from harm, he leads you into abundance. He shields you from danger while directing you into spaces of peace and restoration. His care is both active and tender, enveloping your life with safety and directing your steps toward nourishment. Imagine green pastures stretching before you, the soft grass cushioning your soul, still waters flowing beside you, reflecting his peace and light. Every breath you take in this moment is an invitation to let go of worry and rest completely in his care. Reflect on the intimacy of his attention. God knows the details of your life, even the hidden parts you may not speak aloud. Psalm 91 assures, "Because he calls on me, I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him." Picture this as a divine conversation, a personal and tender exchange between your heart and his. Every prayer is heard, every cry is answered, every concern is seen. There is nothing too complex, too heavy, or too trivial for his loving attention. You are fully known, fully loved, and fully protected. As you continue in prayer, place all your burdens under His wings. Imagine each fear, each worry, each uncertainty being absorbed into His sheltering embrace, replaced with peace, clarity, and trust. Simultaneously, let your heart open to His guidance. Follow the gentle flow of His Spirit beside still waters and into green pastures. Let His rod and staff guide and comfort you, providing direction, correction, and reassurance with perfect love. Trust in His timing and His perfect plan, knowing that every step, every challenge, and every moment is under His sovereign care. Psalm 23 calls you to dwell on the fullness of God's provision. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Picture goodness and mercy as faithful companions walking beside you, filling the spaces of your life with blessing, restoring what has been broken, and surrounding you with love. They follow you not occasionally but continually, guiding and sustaining your spirit, drawing you deeper into the assurance of His presence. Take a deep breath and allow the calm assurance of these truths to anchor your soul. You are shielded by His protection, guided by His wisdom, nourished by His restoration, and surrounded by His mercy. Every shadow, every trial, every uncertainty is softened by His presence. Every step you take is illuminated by His guidance. Every corner of your life is covered, every moment upheld, and every fear transformed into peace. Now, as your prayerful meditation deepens, feel the fullness of God's protection and guidance moving through every part of your being. Place your life fully in His hands. Trust Him to guard, direct, restore, and lead you at every moment. Let His presence fill you with courage, His guidance fill you with clarity, and His protection fill you with peace. You are safe, you are led, you are restored, and you are continuously embraced by the faithful love of the Shepherd. As you continue to dwell in the shelter of God's presence, take a moment to let your spirit absorb the certainty of His protection. Imagine the shadow of the Almighty stretching over every area of your life, your mind, your heart, your body, your relationships, your future. Psalm 91 assures us, He shall cover you with His feathers, and under His wings you shall find refuge. His faithfulness shall be your shield and buckler. Let this imagery sink deeply into your soul. Feel yourself being gently enveloped, every worry absorbed, every fear met with the strength of His faithfulness. You are completely safe in His care, fully known, fully loved, and fully guarded. At the same time, let your heart dwell on the guidance of the Shepherd. Psalm 23 reminds us, He restores my soul. He leads me in paths of righteousness for His name's sake. Imagine walking alongside Him through lush pastures, the grass soft beneath your feet, still waters reflecting the light of His presence. Each step is intentional, each path illuminated by His wisdom. Even in the valleys, where shadows fall and the way may seem uncertain, His rod and staff provide comfort, guidance, and direction. You are never alone, never left to wander, never outside the care of His tender and deliberate leading. Reflect on the balance of protection and guidance. God shields you from danger while leading you into life and abundance. His care is both active and tender, defending you from harm, restoring your soul, and directing your steps with love and precision. Imagine green pastures and quiet streams extending in every direction, safe spaces where your spirit can rest, rejuvenate, and be renewed. Let the rhythm of your breath sync with the rhythm of His care. Inhale His peace, exhale your fear, and feel His presence saturate every corner of your being. Consider the personal intimacy of His attention. He knows every detail of your life, every thought you have, every desire of your heart, and every prayer you whisper silently. Psalm 91 promises, Because He calls on me, I will answer Him, I will be with Him in trouble, I will deliver Him and honor Him. Feel the warmth of this reality in your soul. Your prayers are heard, your needs are met, and your life is held by hands that are infinitely wise and tenderly loving. Nothing is too small, nothing too complex, nothing too overwhelming for his attention. You are fully known, fully cherished, and fully protected. As you continue to pray, picture placing all your fears, worries, and uncertainties beneath his wings. See each one being absorbed into his protective embrace, replaced by trust, clarity, and peace. At the same time, open your heart to his guidance, letting him lead you beside still waters, into green pastures, and along paths of righteousness. Feel the gentle direction of his rod and staff, comforting and guiding you, strengthening your spirit and restoring your soul. Trust in his timing, his wisdom, and his perfect plan for your life, knowing that every step, every challenge, and every moment is under his sovereign care. Psalm 23 calls you to dwell on the fullness of his provision. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Imagine these companions, goodness and mercy, walking beside you constantly, restoring, protecting, and nourishing your spirit at every step. They follow you, surround you, and fill your life with the tender love of God. Feel this presence enveloping you, moving in rhythm with your heartbeat, saturating your life with divine care and blessing. Take a deep breath and allow the assurance of his protection and guidance to anchor your soul. Every fear, every shadow, every uncertainty is met by his faithful presence. Every step is illuminated by his wisdom. Every part of your life is encompassed by his care. You are shielded, you are led, you are restored, and you are continuously embraced by the unending love and faithfulness of the shepherd. As your meditation deepens, let your spirit rest fully in the dual embrace of his protection and guidance. Place every aspect of your life in his hands. Trust him to guard, direct, restore, and guide you at every turn. Let his presence fill you with courage, his guidance fill you with clarity, and his protection fill you with peace. You are safe, you are led, you are restored, and you are continuously enveloped in his divine love. As you continue to dwell in the presence of God, allow your mind and spirit to absorb the fullness of his care. Imagine his protective shadow enveloping you completely, covering every thought, every emotion, every moment of your life. Psalm 91 reminds us, "Because you have made the Lord, who is my refuge, even the Most High, your dwelling place, no evil shall befall you, nor shall any plague come near your dwelling." Let these words resonate deep within your soul. Picture a radiant, invisible shield surrounding you, impervious to danger, fear, or harm. Every shadow that attempts to touch your heart is softened by his presence. Every whisper of doubt is quieted by his faithfulness, and every threat is dissolved in the light of his protection. You are held, preserved, and cared for by the Almighty, whose attention never wavers and whose love never falters. At the same time, let your heart rest on the guidance of the shepherd. Psalm 23 reminds us, "He restores my soul. He leads me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake." Picture yourself walking beside him, your steps gentle and confident, guided by his wisdom through every twist and turn of life. Even in valleys that seem dark and uncertain, his rod and staff provide comfort and direction, gently steering you forward while assuring your spirit that you will not stumble. Every challenge becomes a space where his love and care are tangible, every shadow a reminder of his presence and his protection. Consider the balance between his sheltering protection and tender guidance. God's care encompasses both. He shields you from harm while simultaneously leading you into life, restoration, and abundance. Imagine green pastures opening before you, soft and vibrant, a safe space to rest and be renewed. Visualize still waters flowing gently beside you, reflecting light and serenity, restoring your soul and refreshing your spirit. Every breath you take in this moment draws in His peace and presence. Every exhale releases fear, doubt, and tension. Reflect on the intimate knowledge God has of your heart. Psalm 91 assures us, "Because he calls on me, I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him." Let these words settle into your spirit. Every silent prayer, every longing you hold deep within, every concern or uncertainty is fully known and lovingly attended to by the Creator. Nothing in your life is too small, too hidden, or too complex to escape His care. You are fully seen, fully loved, and fully protected. As you meditate, picture placing all your burdens beneath His wings. Every fear, every worry, every anxiety is absorbed into His sheltering embrace and replaced with trust, clarity, and peace. At the same time, open yourself to His guidance, allowing the shepherd to lead you beside still waters and into green pastures. Feel the gentle motion of His rod and staff guiding you, comforting you, and restoring your strength. Trust that every step, every decision, and every path you take is under His careful direction. Psalm 23 calls you to rest in the fullness of God's provision. "Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever." Imagine these companions, goodness and mercy, walking beside you, surrounding you with love, blessing, and restoration. They pursue you without fail, saturating your life with divine care and unwavering presence. Feel their constant companionship as a tangible expression of God's love. Take a deep, calming breath, letting the peace and assurance of His protection and guidance anchor your soul. Every shadow is softened, every fear is calmed, every uncertainty is met with His faithful presence. Every step is guided, every decision illuminated, and every moment upheld. You are shielded, led, restored, and continuously embraced by His loving hands. Now, as your meditation deepens, allow your spirit to rest fully in the dual embrace of God's protection and guidance. Surrender your life completely into His hands. Trust Him to guard, direct, restore, and lead you at every moment. Let His presence fill you with courage, His guidance bring clarity, and His protection give you lasting peace. You are safe, you are led, you are restored, and you are continually surrounded by His unwavering love and faithfulness. As you remain in the shelter of God's presence, let your spirit dwell on the steadfastness of His care. Picture the shadow of the Almighty stretching over every part of your life, your thoughts, your heart, your body, your relationships, your plans, and your dreams. Psalm 91 reminds us, "You shall not be afraid of the terror by night, nor of the arrow that flies by day." Let these words resonate deeply within your soul. No fear, no attack, no challenge, whether visible or hidden, can reach you without His permission. His presence is a shield, a refuge, and a constant source of security that surrounds you completely. At the same time, reflect on the guidance of the shepherd in your life. Psalm 23 declares, "Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me." Picture yourself walking through life's valleys with confidence. Your steps steady because the shepherd is beside you. Every shadow is softened by His presence. Every uncertain path is illuminated by His wisdom. His rod gently corrects, His staff guides, and His comforting presence assures your heart that you are never alone. Every difficulty becomes a space to experience His tender care and His restorative love. Consider the harmony of God's protection and guidance. Protection alone might shield you, but guidance directs you toward life and restoration. Guidance alone might lead you, but protection ensures you arrive safely. God's care is complete, providing both a covering from harm and a path toward abundance, peace, and renewal. Imagine green pastures stretching before you, the grass soft beneath your feet, still waters flowing gently beside you, restoring your soul and refreshing your spirit. Every breath you take draws in His presence. Every exhale releases fear, doubt, and tension. Reflect on the personal intimacy of His care. Psalm 91 assures, "Because He has set His love upon me, therefore I will deliver him. I will set him on high, because he has known my name." Let these words settle deeply in your heart. God knows the innermost parts of your being, your desires, your fears, your prayers, and even your silent thoughts. Nothing is too small, too hidden, or too complicated for His attention. You are fully known, fully loved, and fully protected by a God whose faithfulness never fails. As you meditate, visualize placing all your burdens beneath His wings. Every fear, every worry, every uncertainty is absorbed into His sheltering embrace and replaced with trust, clarity, and peace. Simultaneously, open your heart to His guidance, letting Him lead you beside still waters, into green pastures, and along paths of righteousness. Feel the gentle touch of His rod and the reassuring support of His staff, guiding, comforting, and restoring your soul. Trust in His timing, His wisdom, and His perfect plan for every step of your journey. Psalm 23 also invites you to rest in the fullness of God's provision. "You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup runs over." Picture this overflowing cup of blessing, filled with provision, favor, and abundance. Even in the midst of challenges or opposition, God's goodness surrounds you. His mercy follows you, His blessings pursue you, and His presence saturates every part of your life with life, peace, and restoration. Take a deep, steady breath, allowing the assurance of God's protection and guidance to fill your entire being. Every shadow is illuminated by His light. Every fear is calmed by His presence. Every uncertainty is met with His faithfulness. Every step you take is guided with wisdom, every path illuminated by love, and every challenge transformed into an opportunity to experience His care. You are shielded, guided, restored, and continuously embraced by His steadfast love. Now, as your meditation deepens, allow your spirit to rest fully in the dual embrace of His protection and guidance. Place every part of your life completely in His hands. Trust Him to guard, direct, restore, and lead you at every moment. Let His presence fill you with courage, His guidance fill you with clarity, and His protection fill you with peace. You are safe, you are led, you are restored, and you are continually surrounded by His unwavering love, faithfulness, and care. As you continue to dwell in the shelter of God's presence, allow your spirit to fully embrace His unwavering protection. Picture His shadow stretching over your life, covering your heart, your mind, your body, your relationships, and every plan or dream you hold. Psalm 91 reassures us, "He shall give His angels charge over you, to keep you in all your ways." Visualize these angels surrounding you, moving gently but powerfully, forming a protective barrier that nothing can penetrate. Feel their presence as a tangible expression of God's love, His vigilance, and His faithfulness. Every threat, every unseen danger, every moment of uncertainty is already held in His control. At the same time, reflect on the shepherd's guidance. Psalm 23 says, "He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul." Imagine yourself walking along these peaceful pastures, the soft grass supporting your feet, the gentle waters flowing beside you, reflecting the light of God's presence. Every step is deliberate, guided with care and wisdom, leading you toward restoration, renewal, and alignment with His divine purpose. Even in the valleys of life, where shadows may seem overwhelming, His rod and staff bring comfort, direction, and assurance. You are never abandoned, never unprotected, and never without guidance. Think about the harmony between God's protection and guidance. Protection alone can create safety, but guidance alone can leave you vulnerable. God's care combines both. He shields you from harm while leading you toward life, restoration, and abundance. Picture green pastures opening before you, still waters flowing calmly beside you, every detail of your environment orchestrated by His tender care. Every breath you take draws in His peace. Every exhale releases fear and tension. You are encompassed, held, and nurtured by His faithful presence. Reflect on the personal intimacy of His attention. Psalm 91 promises, "Because He loves me, I will deliver him. I will set him securely on high, because he knows my name." Feel the weight of these words in your spirit. God knows your heart, your secret longings, your fears, and your prayers, even those you cannot put into words. Nothing is too small, too hidden, or too complex for His attention. You are fully known, fully loved, and fully protected. Every aspect of your life matters to Him, and every step you take is under His guidance and care. As you continue in this meditation, place all your burdens under His wings. Visualize each fear, worry, and uncertainty being absorbed into His sheltering embrace, replaced with clarity, trust, and peace. Open your heart to His guidance, allowing the shepherd to lead you beside still waters, into green pastures, and along paths of righteousness. Feel the gentle touch of His rod and the comforting support of His staff, guiding, correcting, and restoring your soul. Trust His timing, His wisdom, and His perfect plan for every step of your journey. Psalm 23 reminds us of the fullness of His provision. "You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup runs over." Picture this overflowing cup filled with blessings, favor, restoration, and abundant provision. Even in moments of challenge, opposition, or uncertainty, His goodness surrounds you. His mercy follows you. His care pursues you, and His loving presence saturates every part of your life. Every step, every breath, every heartbeat is cradled in His faithfulness. Take a deep breath, letting the peace of these truths anchor your soul. Every shadow is softened, every fear calmed, every uncertainty met with His presence. Every step you take is guided with wisdom, every path illuminated with love, and every trial transformed into an opportunity to experience His care. You are shielded, led, restored, and continuously embraced by His steadfast love. As your meditation deepens, let your spirit rest fully in God's dual care, protection, and guidance. Place every aspect of your life completely in His hands. Trust Him to guard, direct, restore, and lead you in every moment. Let His presence fill you with courage, His guidance fill you with clarity, and His protection fill you with peace. You are safe, you are guided, you are restored, and you are continuously surrounded by His unwavering love and faithfulness. As you remain in God's presence, allow your spirit to rest in the assurance of His perfect protection. Imagine His shadow extending over your life like a comforting, unshakable covering. Psalm 91 reminds us, "No evil shall befall you, nor shall any plague come near your dwelling." Feel these words settle deeply into your heart. Every danger, seen or unseen, every uncertainty, every whisper of fear is absorbed into the safety of His care. You are completely encompassed by His faithfulness, shielded from harm, and cradled in the shelter of His loving presence. At the same time, let your heart dwell on the guidance of the shepherd. Psalm 23 says, "He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul." Picture yourself walking with Him through green pastures, each step gentle, deliberate, and guided by His wisdom. The still waters beside you reflect His peace and provide restoration to your spirit. Even in the valleys, where shadows fall and the path may feel uncertain, His rod and staff provide comfort, direction, and reassurance. Every moment, every choice, every step is under his loving and deliberate guidance. Consider the balance of protection and guidance in your life. Protection alone would shelter you, but without guidance, you could remain stagnant. Guidance alone would direct you, but without protection, you could be vulnerable. God's care combines both, surrounding you with safety while leading you toward restoration, abundance, and life. Imagine the pastures before you, the waters beside you, and the warmth of his presence covering your entire being. Every breath draws in his peace, every exhale releases tension and fear, and your soul rests fully in his care. Reflect on the intimacy of his attention. Psalm 91 assures, "Because he has set his love upon me, therefore I will deliver him, I will set him on high, because he has known my name." Let this promise fill your heart. God knows your fears, your hopes, your silent prayers, and your deepest desires. Nothing is too small, too hidden, or too complex for his loving attention. You are fully known, fully loved, and fully protected. Every step, every prayer, and every breath is cradled in his care. As you meditate, visualize placing all your burdens beneath his wings. Every fear, worry, and uncertainty is absorbed into his protective embrace and replaced with peace, trust, and clarity. Open your heart to his guidance, letting him lead you beside still waters, into green pastures, and along paths of righteousness. Feel the gentle touch of his rod, the comforting support of his staff, and the quiet assurance that every path is purposeful, every step intentional, and every challenge met with his tender care. Psalm 23 reminds us of the abundance of his provision. "You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup runs over." Picture your life overflowing with his blessings, favor, and mercy. Even in challenging circumstances, his goodness pursues you, his mercy surrounds you, and his presence restores your spirit. Every step you take, every breath you draw, every decision you make is held within his faithful care. Take a deep, slow breath, letting these truths anchor your soul. Every shadow is softened by his light. Every fear is calmed by his presence, and every uncertainty is met with his guidance. Every path is illuminated with love. Every challenge is transformed into an opportunity to experience his care, and every moment is filled with the assurance of his protection and guidance. You are shielded, led, restored, and continuously embraced by his unwavering love. Now, as your meditation deepens, let your spirit fully rest in the dual embrace of God's protection and guidance. Place every aspect of your life completely in his hands. Trust him to guard, direct, restore, and lead you at every moment. Let his presence fill you with courage, his guidance bring clarity, and his protection bring enduring peace. You are safe, you are led, you are restored, and you are continuously surrounded by his unfailing love and faithfulness. As you remain in the presence of God, let your spirit dwell deeply on the certainty of his protection. Imagine his shadow stretching over every part of your life. Your thoughts, your emotions, your body, your relationships, your work, your future. Psalm 91 tells us, "For he shall give his angels charge over you, to keep you in all your ways." Visualize these angels moving silently and powerfully around you, forming a divine barrier that nothing can penetrate. Every fear, every hidden threat, every uncertainty is absorbed into his care. You are surrounded, safeguarded, and embraced by the Almighty whose love never fails. At the same time, reflect on the guidance of the Shepherd. Psalm 23 reminds us, "He restores my soul. He leads me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake." Picture yourself walking beside him through vibrant green pastures, along still waters where your spirit is refreshed. Every step you take is intentional, each path chosen with care, each moment guided with wisdom. Even when valleys appear dark or uncertain, His rod and staff comfort, correct, and direct your steps. Every challenge becomes a space to experience His tender care and His faithful guidance. Consider the harmonious balance between God's protection and guidance. Protection alone would shelter you, but without guidance, you might remain stagnant. Guidance alone would direct you, but without protection, you could be vulnerable. God's care is complete, encompassing both. He shields you from harm while leading you into restoration, abundance, and life. Imagine yourself resting in green pastures, breathing deeply beside still waters, your soul renewed and fortified by His loving presence. Every breath you take draws in His peace. Every exhale releases fear and tension. Reflect on the personal intimacy of God's attention. Psalm 91 promises, "Because He has set His love upon me, therefore I will deliver Him. I will set Him on high, because He has known my name." Feel the truth of these words. God knows the deepest parts of your heart, your hidden fears, your silent prayers, and your unspoken desires. Nothing is too small, too hidden, or too complex for His care. You are fully known, fully loved, and fully protected. Every detail of your life is seen, every prayer is heard, and every step is guided by His tender hand. As you continue this meditation, picture placing all your burdens beneath His wings. Every fear, worry, and doubt is absorbed into His protective embrace and replaced with trust, clarity, and peace. At the same time, open your heart to His guidance, letting Him lead you beside still waters, into green pastures, and along paths of righteousness. Feel the gentle motion of His rod and the comforting support of His staff, guiding you with love, restoring your spirit, and strengthening your soul. Trust His timing, His wisdom, and His perfect plan for every step of your journey. Psalm 23 speaks to the abundance of His provision. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup runs over. Imagine this overflowing cup filling every part of your life, your mind, heart, body, relationships, and purpose, with His blessings. Even in challenging times, His goodness and mercy surround you, pursue you, and saturate your life with His love. Every step, every breath, every heartbeat is cradled within His faithful care. Take a deep, steady breath, allowing these truths to anchor your soul. Every shadow is softened by His presence, every fear calmed by His Spirit, every uncertainty met with His guidance. Every step is illuminated by His wisdom, every challenge transformed into an opportunity to experience His care. You are shielded, led, restored, and continuously embraced by His steadfast love. Now, as your meditation deepens, let your spirit fully rest in God's dual embrace, protection, and guidance. Place every aspect of your life completely in His hands. Trust Him to guard, direct, restore, and lead you at every moment. Let His presence fill you with courage, His guidance bring clarity, and His protection bring lasting peace. You are safe, you are led, you are restored, and you are continuously surrounded by His unwavering love and faithfulness. As you continue to dwell in the presence of God, let your spirit rest fully in the reality of His protection and guidance. Imagine the shadow of the Almighty stretching over your life, covering every thought, every emotion, every decision, and every step you take. Psalm 91 reminds us, "Because He has set His love upon me, I will deliver Him, I will set Him on high, because He has known my name." Feel the weight of these words settle in your soul, reassuring you that every part of your life is held securely in His hands. Every fear, every hidden threat, every uncertainty is encompassed by His steadfast care, and nothing can separate you from His protective presence. At the same time, allow your heart to dwell on the tender guidance of the Shepherd. Psalm 23 says, He leads me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Picture yourself walking along gentle, green paths beside still waters, where your soul finds refreshment and your spirit finds peace. Every step is deliberate, every path intentional, and every turn guided by his wisdom. Even in valleys that seem shadowed or uncertain, his rod and staff provide comfort and direction, giving you the assurance that you will not stumble. Every challenge becomes an opportunity to experience his care, his guidance, and his faithful presence. Consider the harmony of God's protection and guidance. Protection alone would shield you, but guidance alone could leave you wandering. God's care combines both, surrounding you with safety while leading you into life, restoration, and abundance. Imagine lying down in green pastures, breathing in the peace of his presence, listening to the gentle flow of still waters beside you, feeling your spirit restored with every breath. Every exhale releases tension and fear. Every inhale draws in his peace and assurance. Reflect on the intimacy of his care. Psalm 91 assures us, "Because he calls on me, I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him." God knows every longing of your heart, every unspoken prayer, and every hidden need. Nothing is too small or too complex for his attention. You are fully known, fully loved, and fully protected. Every detail of your life is held in his hands, and every step you take is guided by his wisdom and care. As you continue, place all your burdens beneath his wings. Picture every fear, worry, and uncertainty being absorbed into his protective embrace and replaced with peace, trust, and clarity. Open your heart to his guidance, allowing him to lead you beside still waters, into green pastures, and along paths of righteousness. Feel the gentle touch of his rod and the comforting support of his staff, guiding you, restoring you, and strengthening your spirit. Trust his timing, his wisdom, and his perfect plan for every moment of your life. Psalm 23 reminds you of the abundance of his provision. "You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup runs over." Imagine this overflowing cup filling every part of your being, with blessings, favor, restoration, and abundant peace. Even amidst challenges, his goodness and mercy follow you, surrounding you, pursuing you, and saturating your life with love and care. Every breath, every step, every heartbeat is cradled in his faithful hands. Take a deep, slow breath, letting the assurance of his protection and guidance anchor your soul. Every shadow is softened by his presence. Every fear is calmed by his spirit, and every uncertainty is met with his faithful care. Every step is illuminated by his wisdom, every challenge transformed into an opportunity to experience his love, and every moment filled with the reassurance of his presence. You are shielded, guided, restored, and continually embraced by his unwavering love. Let your heart rest fully in the dual embrace of God's protection and guidance. Place your life entirely in his hands, trusting him to guard, direct, restore, and lead you at every moment. Let his presence fill you with courage, his guidance fill you with clarity, and his protection fill you with enduring peace. You are safe, you are led, you are restored, and you are continually surrounded by the faithful love of the shepherd, who watches over you, restores your soul, and leads you in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Lord, I ask all of this in the name of your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.